Good morning, Natalie. How are you?
Good morning, Trinny. Good, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thank you. I'm really keen today to work out because I feel, in England at least, we've got a holiday for 4 days and I want to feel I've done my bit. We're still going to do Friday morning. Are you still happy to do Friday morning?
We absolutely are. A little bit later.
The bank holiday is
9 a.m.
irrelevant right now in lockdown.
That's right, it is.
Yeah.
So doing a lower body workout today and with a little bit of cardio. And actually, we're not going to use any tools, but if you have got like a dressing gown cord that you can use instead of a little resistance band, if you've got a little resistance band, use that, or if you don't have anything, that's fine too. But it's just going to add a little something extra to the workout.
Fantastic. Okay,
so,
I'm ready, honey.
Yeah, so we're going to get going. Going to come down onto your mat, Trinny, and I want you to lie on your back as you usually do to get started with your mobility. And everyone at home, going to mobilize that spine, open out the chest a little bit so you're lying on your back. And I want you to lower your legs to the right and look to the right as well. So your hips are stacked, your knees are stacked, and your arms are going to be out in a 90-degree angle. I want you to take a deep breath in and to exhale, reach that right arm back, pressing the shoulder down towards the ground. Then inhale, you bring that arm back over, and exhale, you reach back. Good. Inhale, bring that arm back over. And then you're going to reach up and over your head to create a big semicircle to work that full range of motion for the shoulder. And then reach back up and over your head again to return. You're going to do this another 2 times. And making sure to take a deep breath in when you start moving and exhale as you bring the arm back. Okay, we're going to go and do the same on the other side now. So I want you to turn over to the other side. And you're going to come into that open book stretch. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach back, pressing that shoulder down. You might find that you're a little more tight on one side than the other side. Make sure those knees are stacked. Hips are stacked in one line. Good, nice deep breath. And then you're going to reach up and over the head. Create that big semicircle above the head. And then returning the arm in the same way. So that's just going to mobilize that shoulder joint. Good. And one more after this. And then you're going to lie on your back. Perfect. Okay, lie on your back. I want you to give the knees a hug. Rock from side to side just to relieve the back a little bit. You might get a couple of cracks here. That's fine. And then place the feet flat down on the ground. We're going to start off with a little bit of basic glute activation. So back of the leg activation, glute maximus and hamstrings. If you reach your arms up to the sky, have your fingertips reaching straight up, palms towards each other. I want you to tuck your hips in, push the lower back down, then lift your hips. Squeezing the backs of those legs, drawing the heels towards the glutes. And then you're going to roll back down. And deep breath in, exhale, lift. Draw those heels towards your bum as much as you can. You're going to feel a bigger activation through those hamstrings. And it's a nice way of getting that spine moving.
So are we clenching our bottom, Natalie?
Really clenching the bottom.
Really
That's what I really want you to do, yeah. So if you're clenching the bottom, then you're going to be firing up the back of those legs. Good. And you do want to feel like you are dragging your heels towards your bottom so that you feel.
I'm squeezing sort of towards each other. I got that now.
Yes, yeah. And it's a really nice way to get in a little extra activation. I want you to do another 2. Good. One more lift and hold. Little pulses up, Trinny. You're going to go for 10 pulses up just to make it slightly more intense. Make sure they're really woken up after being asleep all night. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to roll down and give those knees a hug, rock from side to side. Perfect. And then I want you to turn onto your right side. We're going to come into some basic Pilates clamshells just to wake up that glute medius. So you're lying on your side and your knees are stacked and bent, almost at a 90-degree angle. And you're resting your head in your hand. Then you're going to lift the top knee, just not moving back. You're just lifting the knee as high as it will go. And then lower it back down. Now this is a really basic exercise.
I can't see you from there, Natalie. Am I doing it similar to how we did at the beginning, but I'm just lifting it up?
Yeah, but I want you to keep your feet touching because it's an activation.
Like this?
Rather, so your feet are down. You're just going to lift the top knee.
Okay, keep the feet
That's
touching.
it.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect. So let me see if I can re-angle my camera. Good.
Is this also activating the bottom?
This is activating the bottom, yeah. But the side.
Yeah.
So the hip stabilizer.
Okay.
Then you've got another 2, Trinny, and then we're going to make it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
Lift and hold. I want you to lift the top foot as well now. So the shin is lifted.
Yeah.
Just as you're doing before, and the knee is lifted. Then you're going to rotate in, rotate out. Rotate in, rotate out.
Sorry, I didn't get that. So I'm at the right angle. I'm lifting both my legs. Then I'm lifting my knee.
Just the top leg. So I want you to lift, the bottom leg stays down on the ground. Yeah. That's it, and you're going to lift the top leg. That's it. Now you're going to inwardly rotate, outwardly rotate. Perfect for 10, 9, good, 8. That's it, perfect. And you want to exhale as you lift the knee, and this starts to feel a little bit more intense. But I want you to keep the foot lifted the whole time, so you're just inwardly and outwardly rotating. That's it. Good. Another 3, Trinny. Good. 2. And lift and hold. Keep the knee bent, little pulses up. So just little pulses up. And this is a nice low impact exercise. There's no pressure on your joints. It's okay if you've got knee pain or back pain.
And yet you really feel it.
Yes, you do. 3, 2, 1, and stop. You're going to switch to do the same on the other side now.
And Natalie, just to be clear, my knees are at a right angle, right? I'm not straight here. I'm straight up.
Your knees are at a right angle. So your knees are sort of 90 degrees to the hip.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, fine.
So you're going to start off with that first one. You just lift the knee and lower the knee. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Good. You've got 10 of these. This is just to really start to wake up the glute media so that the side, the hip stabilizer, this one at the top here, gives you sort of a nice pert, but also highly functional. You need it to stabilize your pelvis and therefore look after your spine, which is really important. Good, Trinny. Exhale to lift. That's it. Going for another 3, 2, lift and hold. Now lift that foot up as well. Good. Now inwardly rotate, outwardly rotate. Good. 10 repetitions. This makes it a little more intense. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Perfect. But also you're mobilizing hips. So the movement is actually inward and outward rotation here. So you're actually getting the hip nice and mobile. That femur is in that hip socket, just moving around. So you're getting a little bit of what's called synovial fluid in there, mobilizing those joints. Go for another 2. Good. 1 more. You're going to lift and hold. Little pulses up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, how does that feel?
It feels like I'm feeling it in a good way. In a
Great.
good way.
Yes. Okay, right. So that's warmed up. Now I want you to turn onto your front. So you can come into a cat dog stretch. Just want you to release the muscles here, and then we're going to start off with your first sort of circuit, your warm-up circuit. Good. Really flexing, feeling the space between those shoulder blades lengthen out, and then pushing the chest towards the ground, drawing those shoulders down, lifting the head a little bit. Okay, I want you to come to your neutral spine now, Trinny, so in between flexion and extension. And you're going to have your toes tucked under. I want you to lift that upper mid-back, lift the belly button, and lift your knees off the ground. So you're lifting your knees off the ground. That's it. Perfect. And you're going to hold here just for a few seconds. It's gently going to fire up those quadriceps. Holding for another 3, 2, 1. Place the knees back down. Okay, and then you're going to lift and hover those knees again. Hovering. Good. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Last time. Hips tucked in. You're going to lift those knees. Hovering for 10 seconds. Deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, knees down. Perfect. Okay, right, come up onto your feet. So you're rising up onto your feet, and we're going to get going. We're going to start off in sort of a bar class kind of way, and it's going to raise the heart rate a little bit, but fire up the legs as well. So you're going to lift your arms up to the sky. Then as your arms come down, you're going to frame the foot and lift one leg. That's it. Then you switch to the other side. And I want you to start going nice and fast here. So you lift the arms. Good, and you can point the toes. Start to lift those legs, and you're going to start to raise the heart rate. That's it. Perfect. Inhale to lift, and then exhale as the arms come down and you lift the leg. So as you lift the arms, it's an in-breath. As you lift the leg, it's an out-breath. Good, and this is going to start to get that heart rate up. And if you can, you start to go a little faster. You lift, lift, lift. Good. Then we're going to add in a little rotation to fire up the side of the stomach. So you rotate to one side as you lift the leg. And you should start to feel those legs are getting nice and warm now. You're firing up those hip flexors. Perfect, Trinny. You've got another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay.
It seemed like nothing, and yet I felt it. Yeah.
Yeah, you should be feeling a little warmer now. Heart rate is beginning to raise. Now you're going to come into some squats. Again, this is just to fire up those legs. Nice and easy. That's it. Getting low. So you want to push the hips back, drive up, squeeze the shoulder blades together, squeeze the bum. Get everything nice and active.
How much naturally should one be leaning forward?
Well, that really depends on your personal range of movement. So if you can't get super low in the squat, you're going to lean forwards a little bit more if you haven't got that mobility in your hip. But if you can, you lift your body more upright. It also depends on the length of your femur, your thigh bone. So I personally have to lean forwards quite a lot because my femur is quite long.
So because I have a short femur for my proportion, I should be doing upright more. Yeah, you should be able to lift the chest a little more, but really it depends on the mobility. And are my toes facing straight ahead? To be able to get a little deeper in your squat, if your toes are slightly turned out, you can get a bigger range of movement just because of the angle of your hip socket. You can get a little lower in the squat. Right, Trinny, I want you to do another 2. Good, one more, then you're going to hold that squat. You're just going to hold it. Static hold to challenge those muscles. Feel the burn a little bit. And you can turn your palms up to the sky. Let's get the arms moving as well. Come into T's. Inhale, arms come forwards. Exhale, open. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. That's it, perfect. So you're pulling the shoulders back, rolling them down, really firing up those back muscles. Good, going for 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Perfect. How are those legs feeling? Feeling good, feeling all right.
Okay. Yeah. Windows opening, it's getting warm now. Body's getting warmed up.
Water drinking.
Okay, so we're going to get on to the first circuit. The body's nice and warmed, it's prepped for movement. And you're actually going to come into a plie squat. So for that, I want you to start with your feet.
So if you're joining us, we're doing a workout with Natalie on lower body. So join in anytime. Yeah, carry on.
Okay, right. Feet are parallel and I want them touching together. Then you're going to turn your toes out just as naturally as possible. You're not overturning the feet out. It's comfortable for your knees. Then you're going to take a step to the side. That is your natural lateral rotation, your natural turnout, which will not be as much as a ballerina's. Then you're going to come down into a plie. So your heels are together, then you're going to step out, come into a plie. Your shins are pretty much vertical to the ground. Hips are tucked in as if you're in between 2 panes of glass. Knees are pushed out, bottom is engaged.
So my legs are, my toes are facing right that way?
Yes, but not as much as you can because you're going to make the knee uncomfortable. You just turn out so that you feel comfortable and then you take a step and then you get low. So my knee's coming forward a little bit and that's fine, but the most important thing is your body is upright.
Oh, okay.
Okay, hips tucked in, push the knees out, squeeze the bum, and you're going to start punching across the body. So we're going to bring in some cardio here, but you're going to get those legs burning, but you're going to create that nice lean muscle because it is just a static hold. It's isometric. So you're punching across, get the rotation in, lift that chest a little bit, Trini. You want to keep your body upright. That's it, nice deep breaths. And you should start to feel those legs burning a little bit. Keep pushing the knees out. Keep squeezing that butt as much as you can. That's it. Lift the chest and rotate the body so you feel the sides of the stomach are working. Okay, Trini, got 15 seconds. Do you feel those legs?
Yeah.
Do you feel that your heart rate is raising?
Yeah.
Okay, you've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay low. You're going to stay low. Knees are pushed out to the side. Little tiny pulses. How are your knees doing with this, Trini?
They're hurting.
They're hurting. Okay. So I want you to come out of this and just come into a narrow squat, almost like chair pose in yoga. And you're just going to hold it, pushing the knees together. So you're going to hold it, pushing the knees together. That's it. And you're here statically for 30 seconds. So it's 30 seconds of the plie punches and then 30 seconds of this. Good, shoulders are set back. Really squeeze the knees together so you feel that you're activating those inner thigh muscles.
My knees are right together. Okay.
Yes, yeah. Feet are together, knees together. You're holding it. Can you get a little lower in that position? A little lower. My legs are burning with this. You've got 5. Holding for 3, 2, 1, and stand.
Yeah.
Okay,
I feel my legs burn.
Good. Okay, so we're going to take the attention away from the front of the leg and move to the back of the leg. So this is where your dressing gown cords can come in handy, or your mini band. Sorry, I've got something stuck.
Well, some of you might have bought the band, which we suggested from Amazon. But
yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to tie that in a knot so you can get your legs through it. So it's not too small, but it's not too wide. Like this, so you've got a loop. So you're just going to fold it in half and then tie it. Just so you can get your legs through the band. Then you're going to put your feet in the band or the dressing gown cord.
Yeah.
So it ends up just above your knees.
Yeah.
Okay, so your legs are right in it, so it's around your thighs, Trini.
Oh, sorry, I thought you, okay.
So you know how we normally put the mini band on and then I get you to do the glute exercise?
Yeah.
That is what you're doing. So I want you to lie down on your back, heels on a step or a bench or on the ground, depending on what you have available.
To be on the step or a bench?
To get more glute activation, I put my heels on a bench. But
I'm going to do that. Any of you who are by a sofa, you can do it on
put your heels on the sofa. I'm going to get going with the exercise. So you're going to start off with a neutral spine, then you're going to tuck your hips in, lifting your hips all the way up and push the knees out, squeezing your bottom as much as you can. You're going to feel the outside of the hip fire up as well, and then you roll back down. So because you've got some resistance there, your bum has to work way harder, and so do the backs of your legs. And then you roll back down. So you really don't need equipment. As long as you've got something you can tie up, it's fine.
Create that loop. Out?
Yes, you're pushing your knees out. You want to keep tension on the band or the dressing gown cord the whole time. Or if you've got a Pilates ring, you can put your feet through the Pilates ring, bring the ring up to above the knees. Really work with what you've got. Sit and you're really, and if you lift, put your hands on your bum. Make sure you feel that it is firing up. That's it, and then roll back down. I want you to do another 3. And because if you do have knee pain, making sure the backs of the legs are nice and strong is really important. Otherwise, it's always too much pressure on the front of the leg and your knees. Lift and hold your next one, Trini. I want you to see if you can extend your right leg, keeping the knees aligned. Good. Then place that heel back down. So your heels are together, your toes are apart, then extend your left leg. Keep those hips in one line. You're not going to let the hip dip. Then place that heel back down. extend that right leg again. So you're going from one side to the other, getting more contraction because you're shifting all of your body weight onto one side and then onto the other side. Trini, how are you feeling with this exercise?
Good. My knee's fine. I'm feeling it in my bum.
Good. And hamstrings a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to go for one more leg extension on each side. Exhaling to lift the leg. Inhale to place the foot back down. Then you're going to keep your hips lifted. Go for little pulses into that band, into the dressing gown cord, out to the side. Don't worry if the band or ring is not moving. You just want to get that activation sensation. You're going for another 5, 4, 3, 2, push and hold. Little pulses up now, really lifting those hips, really squeezing the backs of the legs. And if you're not feeling this, then you're not doing this right, because I can really feel this.
Me too.
Good, yes, that's what we want. You've got 4, 3, 2, 1, roll down, give those knees a hug, rock from side to side. Okay, right, that band or dressing gown cord or whatever you're using can come off. Turn over, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, in sort of a cat dog position, but you're coming into an exercise. You're going to hover your knees in the air, lift your right footprint up to the sky and go for little pulses up. So you're continuing to work those legs. So the knees hovering and one leg is lifted. If you feel this in your knees too much, Trini, I want you to place the foot or the leg that is hovering above the mat down on the ground and just continue with the donkey kick. Otherwise, you're hovering, and that's really tough on the core. It's like a full body exercise. 4.
Sorry, I'm not working out what I meant to do.
Oh, okay, so hands are down. Start off with your knees. That's it. Lower your knees a little bit so they're hovering an inch off the mat. Then lift your right footprint towards the sky, but keep the other leg where it is. Perfect. Go for little pulses up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that foot back down and switch to the other side. 10, 9, 8, 7. Really squeezing the bum. Make sure that other knee is just hovering above the mat. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Come up onto your feet. Grab a sip of water if you need. Now that exercise is really difficult after doing the glute bridge because you've already woken up those glutes and then you're isolating them.
Okay.
Okay, right. You're back to the plie. How was the plie when you were just doing the punches?
That was all right.
Okay, so we're going into that. 30 seconds, time starts now. You're going to find that plie, hips tucked in, you're going to punch across the body. Really feel like you're working the side of the stomach. So the obliques, the way you see sort of those lines, they come to the side. That's your, they are your obliques. Good, nice deep breath. Really punching across and activating your back a little bit as those arms come back. Good. That's it. Nice fast punches. Trini, you've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Bring those legs in. Come into that narrow squat. Push the knees together. You're going to hold it. Get nice and low. Static hold for 30 seconds. If you're at home and you don't have knee pain and you're okay in the plie, you can do little plie pulses, which is going to be slightly more intense, but because I'm getting Trini to squeeze her knees together, she should start to feel her inner thighs working. Good, roll those shoulders back, nice. Can you get lower, Trini? Good, squeeze those knees together, keep your inner thighs active. Shoulders are set back. 3 seconds, 2, 1, and stand. Ooh, okay, right.
Good. Feeling the tingling of the lower body. Are you feeling the tingling of the lower body, everybody? I hope you are. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, back to your band. Coming into that glute bridge, because we don't want to work your quads too much because I don't want to keep the pressure on the knee. So, feet through that band. We've got quick transitions now. We know what we're doing. Going to lie down on the mat. Elevate your feet onto a bench. Heels are together, toes are apart. And if you haven't got a band or anything, don't worry, this is still an effective exercise. You're going to tuck in, lift your hips up to the sky, pushing the knees out to the sides. And then you roll back down on the in-breath. Exhale, you lift, really squeezing. And you don't want to over-arch the back because then you're going to actually take away from the exercise. You want to tuck in, bringing the pelvis towards the belly button. And again, lift up, roll down. Another 3. Another 2, always work with the breath. Exhale to lift up, inhale to lower. You've got 1 more. I want you to lift and hold. Extend that right leg, keeping those hips completely stationary. Then heel back down, extend your left leg. The knees will be in one line. Foot down, extend your right leg. So you're shifting away from side to side, which as a bonus works the stomach as well. So we're working on creating a strong core. Deep breath in, lower. Exhale, lift. Good. Last 4. And then we've got pulses. Last 3. 2. 1 more. Place the heels down. Little pulses out with the knees. So both heels are down. You're going to pulse the knees out to the side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Push and hold. Pulsing up now. You lower halfway, lift up all the way for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll down. Band can come off. Then you turn over, and we've got that plank variation with the leg lift. So it's like a donkey kick. Hands are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. Hover the knees. Lift your right footprint towards the sky. Little pulses up. For 10, 9, 8, 7. Really squeezing the glute that is being lifted, the foot that's lifting. 2, 1, and switch. Hovering those knees. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Okay, come up onto your feet. Grab a sip of water if you need. Good, and then we're going to go into a different set of exercises. So we're going to add in some side shuffles. So if you can use your mat as sort of a guide, so you can shuffle behind your mat. You're gonna side shuffle, touch the ground, side shuffle, touch the ground, and you're here 60 seconds. If you've got a longer space, you can do that. So you're gonna hop, touch the ground, hop, touch the ground. And Trinny, your knees like this exercise.
Yeah, because it's side to side.
Yeah. Nice and light on those toes. Nice deep breaths. Good. So really getting the calves working here a little bit as well, because you're on the toes. And then that little knee bend to touch the ground. It's going to challenge the glutes a little more. And you're getting the heart rate up. So it's strength and cardio, which is what we like, because then your metabolism is raised and you're going to burn more body fat if that's what you're going for, or you're just going to have a nice strong cardiovascular system. Okay, nice deep breath. Trinny, you're here for another 20 seconds. And everyone at home, if you're joining in, little shuffle, then you squat, tap the ground. Good, tighten up the stomach when you're coming into that side shuffle. You can always work that core. Get more bang for your buck with your exercises. Good, 5 seconds, Trinny. 3, 2, 1, and stop. How are you feeling?
Oh, you know me and cardio. Whoa.
I know, it's getting better though. Okay, so now we're going to do an inner thigh exercise. You're going to sit on your mat. Can you see me, Trinny?
Yeah.
Gonna have your what hand have you got on the ground right now?
I've got my left hand.
Okay, right, I'm gonna do this. So left hand is on the ground, right leg is bent, and the foot is down on the ground. You're gonna use your right hand to lift and tap your left ankle. So you're lifting
I can't
that
see
left
what my
leg.
legs are doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay,
So am I sideways?
you're sideways because this is a new exercise that we're doing today.
But
am
I lengthways,
You're lengthways on the side, as if you're doing a sort of a side plank, but The left hand is on the ground. The left leg is straight on the ground. You're on the side, your right leg is bent, your foot is on the ground.
Okay, got it.
But your left leg is in front of your right leg.
So your right leg is not straight down my body, it's at an angle.
Yes, it's a little bit at an angle coming out to the side a little bit.
Okay.
Because then you're going to be lifting. You can lean back a little bit on that left hand. You're going to lift your left leg to meet your hand. And you're going to work the inner thigh here.
Got it.
And actually, it's quite a tough little exercise. You're also working the stomach. Good. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. If you need to, you can bend the leg a little bit, because I had a few requests to work inner thighs without any equipment. So this is one inner thigh exercise. Good. Right, you've got 3, 2, 1 more. Let's switch to the other side. So this time, right hand is down, right leg is straight, and you're going to lift. You can lean back a little bit if you need to. You're going to lift that right leg and tap your ankle, if you can, with your left hand. That's it. Otherwise, you can just tap the knee. You just want to get the sensation of lifting that leg, and you want the inside of the foot turned up to the sky. That's really important, actually. So the inside of the foot turned up to the sky. Good. Going for another 3, 2, 1 more, and stop. Right. Turn over. You're just going to do a quick cat dog stretch because we like to add in that mobility. And then you're coming back into your side shuffle. Good. Now come up onto your feet. You're going to come into your side shuffle. 60 seconds. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Gonna step from side to side. Squat down, touch the ground. So you're getting in that little bit of extra work for the back of the leg, or the side of the leg, the glutes, the bum, and you're working on that cardiovascular system. You're getting that heart rate up. Good, because we're probably going to eat lots of hot cross buns and Easter eggs this weekend.
Sorry, my laces have just come undone.
Okay, so if you've just joined us, we're sidestepping. You can join us in this little cardio exercise, getting the side of the leg nice and strong. Good, 20 seconds left, and then we're coming back into that inner thigh exercise. Good, nice deep breaths, last 10 seconds. Good, perfect, Trinny. Doing really well, keep taking in those deep breaths. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Come to your mat. Left hand down. Right leg bent. And you're going to reach for that inner thigh. You've got 12 repetitions here. So you lift. Good, 10, 9, 8, 7. Make sure the inside of the foot is turned up to the sky of the leg that you're lifting. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Do you feel that one, Trinny?
Yeah, I do. It's great.
Yeah.
Because it's no pressure and I'm feeling it. It's a perfect exercise.
Great. Inhale, lift, exhale, lift the leg.
And I think when you said putting the heel up to the sky,
yeah,
I noticed a big difference.
Yeah, you feel it more because you're really activating then the inner thigh muscles. Good. Going for another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good, and you're going to do one more round of this. So we're really getting that heart rate up today. Yeah. Okay, little side shuffles, 60 seconds start. Now you're gonna hop side to side, touch the ground. Good, perfect. 10 seconds in, you've got 45 seconds to go now because we're 15 seconds in. Nice big hops. If you've got a big space at home, you can utilize it. Really hop to the end of your room, come back, nice and fast. The faster you drop down and lift, the harder you're going to be working the body, the more you're going to get from this exercise. And every time you do it, you will improve, which is the magic thing about it. If you find this difficult, just shuffle without the bounce. So you can just shuffle to the side, squat, shuffle to the side, squat. Good, perfect. Trinny, you have 8 seconds. You're nearly there. Really deep breaths, going for 3, 2, 1, and stop. Come to your mat. Okay. Left hand down, left leg straight, right leg bent, foot on the ground, right arm lifted. Let's go. You're going to reach for that ankle if you can. You've got 10. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. 8, 7. Good, nice big lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. And let's go. Deep breath in and exhale, lift.
Heel up to the ceiling, ladies.
Heel up to the ceiling for that inner thigh.
And boys.
We're getting those legs working. And getting the stomach working a little bit too, as well as the shoulder. So there's a full body element to this. Good. Going for 4, 3, 2. Last one, and stop. Okay, Trinny.
Yeah.
It is time to stretch.
Oh my God, hallelujah. Those are the most Jesus sweet words I heard all day.
Okay, are we ready? We're actually going to come into a mermaid stretch today. So we're mobilizing the hips, stretching them out a little bit, but also getting a stretch through the side of the body just so we feel really nice and stretched out at the end of this session. I want you to kneel and then just slide your hips off to the left so that and then you're going to bring your legs out so that your knees are almost at 90 degrees. So your left foot is touching the knee, the right knee, but you've got a triangle there. If you struggle with this, you can sit on a cushion and that's going to make it more comfortable for you. Otherwise, you're fine here. Then you're going to take a deep breath in and reach. Actually, Trinny, you're going the other way. So you're going to take a deep breath in, place the left hand down or the right hand down. You're going to exhale, reach over and reach under that right arm. Then inhale, you come back to the center. Exhale, lift, push off, and you're going to stretch the other way. And that should feel nice, a big stretch through the side of the body. Inhale. And then exhale, reach over and under that right arm. So you're getting in rotation. You're going to stretch out the butt muscles a little bit there.
This is the adapted reformer stretch, isn't it?
Well, this is a mat Pilates stretch. But I will admit, on the reformer, it's amazing. I really love it on the reformer. But it's still really fantastic on the mat. It's actually one of my favorites. In fact, I posted a video about it the other day.
Great. If you want to follow Natalie, it's Natalie_Hayward. She's got fantastic exercise films and brilliant food recipes and all over healthy wellness.
That's right. And lots of sunshine. And you're going to switch to the other side now. So you can just bring your legs around. I'm going to do the
just so everyone knows, I pay for these sessions with Natalie. So yes. It's not like a plug.
No, Trinny's just kindly singing my praises.
Okay.
Take a deep breath in and then exhale, reach under. Inhale back to the center, exhale, reach up with that left arm and lean to the side. Really lift the rib cage so you're not jamming into
I'm
the
doing
hip.
the other side, sorry, I haven't changed around my legs. I want to put you
Good, so you're reaching up with that right arm. Deep breath in, exhale, reach under. Inhale back to the center and then lift. Reach up and over to the other side. So really lifting. You don't want to stick the bum out. You want to tuck the hips in a little bit here. Good. And then coming in for one more. Good. You're going to reach, deep breath in. start to lift that right arm, then exhale, reach under your left arm, and that left forearm is on the ground. Try and press that shoulder down. Good, and come back to the center, and I want you to just lie down on your mat. Lie down on your mat. Relax for a second, allow your head to be completely heavy on the mat. And I want you to cross your right leg completely over your left leg. Completely over your left leg. Then you're going to give your legs a hug. So you're going to pull them into the chest and give them a hug. And you should feel that that right glute medius, so that hip stabilizer, is getting a bit of a stretch there. But it's quite low impact. Do you feel the stretch, Trinny?
Yeah.
Great. If you want a deeper stretch, you can come into the figure 4 stretch, so your ankle is over your knee, and then pull that leg towards you. But if you are quite tight, I really like this one, just to give the knees, bring them into the chest. Feels nice on the lower back as well. Okay, then you're going to switch and do the same on the other side. So you're going to cross your left leg over your right leg and give the knees a hug in towards the torso.
Yeah, I feel that right at the underneath my bottom.
Yes, perfect.
Really squeezing them though to get that feeling.
Yeah, you really want, and then you can pull them over to the right a little bit to get a deeper stretch. Okay. And then you're going to uncross the legs, and I want you to extend your left leg on the ground, take hold of the back of that right leg, and you're just going to come into that dynamic stretch. So you're extending and bending that right leg, but you're supporting it by clasping your hands together behind the thigh. So you inhale, bend, exhale, extend, pushing the footprint up to the sky is going to help stretch out your calf a little bit. Good, you've got one more. And then you're going to switch to the other side. So you take hold of the back of that left leg and you extend and bend. And you'd be surprised at how flexible you can begin to get by doing this active stretch. Inhale, bend the knee, exhale, extend, really reaching. And if your leg doesn't quite straighten, that's fine, you're still getting a stretch. One more, Trinny. Good, and then you're going to have your knees bent. I want you to turn onto your left side, and you're just going to push yourself up so that you are sitting. And then we come into the hip flexor stretch. So you're going to have your right foot forward, so your left knee on the ground, hips tucked in. And you can have your right hand on your hip. You're going to reach your left arm up, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, side bend slightly. And if you have been following us and doing our exercises, then this is a stretch that we always do because those hip flexors get really tight. Trinny, you were suffering with back pain for a little while. How's your back pain now?
My back is really good. Touch wood, Natalie.
Great.
I feel, you know, the sort of strengthening we're doing around the body is giving it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
And also having a stronger core.
Yeah.
Just is supporting my back, but I haven't had any back pain.
That's amazing. I'm so pleased to hear it. Right, now what I want you to do is frame your right foot. So you're going to place your hands down either side of that foot, bring the left knee back a little bit, and I want you to come into a hamstring stretch. So you're leaning, your left knee is on the ground, and your right heel is on the ground. You're going to lean forwards into the stretch. So place the back knee down on the ground so it's a little more comfortable for you. That's it, and the front leg is going to be straight.
Front leg straight, like.
Yes, and then turn the toes up to the sky. That's it, and lean forwards a little bit. Good, and take a nice deep breath. If you flex the foot, you're going to feel the calf muscles more. If you point the toes, you're going to feel the hamstrings a little bit more. So really nice, Trinny. You're going to hold here for another 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, come forward, bring the other foot forward, then you're going to step back and come into the hip flexor stretch on the other side. So hips are tucked in, you're going to squeeze the butt cheek of the knee or the leg that is on the ground. You're going to reach that arm up, deep breath in, and exhale, lean in the opposite direction. So you really feel a stretch through the side of the body and predominantly the front of the hip, those hip flexors. Good, holding for another 5. Holding for 2. 1, back to the center, frame the foot. And bring your right knee back a little bit. So the leg that is behind, you're going to bring back a little bit more. Then push back, turn the toes up to the sky, or keep your toes pointed to get more into the hamstrings. And then lean so you really feel that you're getting the length through the back of the leg. Nice deep breaths. Holding for another 5. For 3, 2, and 1. Come forward, step that foot forwards, and hang for a couple of seconds. So you're letting the backs of the legs stretch out. Let your head relax and then rock from one side to the other. So you're getting a bit of a stretch through that lower back as well. Nice. Heel toe your feet towards each other, Trinny. And then you're going to bend your knees and cross one foot over the other and then reach down for the ground. You're going to feel more the outside of the legs start to stretch. So your legs are crossed, that's it. Good, and then if you need to, you can bend your knees or keep your legs straight and cross the other foot over. So your legs are crossed, but your feet are quite close together, and you're going to feel the outside of the back leg stretch. So the one, not the foot that's in front, the one behind, that's the leg that you're stretching out. And then bend your knees again, uncross your legs, have your feet parallel, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to slowly stack up segment by segment. Reach your arms come down, roll those shoulders back, and you're ready for the day.
Oh, that was so good, Natalie. I really enjoyed that. I hope everyone else enjoyed it.